Welcome to the Crazy Town Podcast. I'm Jonas.
And I'm TNT Dynamite, the explosive one. Let's crack into another one.
TNT.
Yo.
So, we have a person in our government that's trying to make things better, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Things better, I guess.
I don't know how I feel about it. Because anytime I feel like there's a billionaire sticking his nose in the business of the people, it seems like that's not for the people. I don't know what you think, but like...
It's very funny that you say, I think there's a person trying to make things better in the government. Like, this is a new thing. Shouldn't that be everybody in the government trying to make
Oddly
things
enough,
better?
does it not feel like people have been trying to do that?
What?
It feels like that people have not been trying to make the government more efficient.
Yes. Or better.
Or better. I don't know the last time that, like... So, like, I don't know how to feel about this because I'm like... It seems like what the purpose of what's trying to happen is, like, for good.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if I say, like, hey, we're borrowing so much money and in so much debt in the government that our interest expense is more than our defense budget, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like we're on a path to bankruptcy because we're just going to eventually, the interest is going to be so high we can't even pay our bills.
Yes.
So you'd be like, if we could cut stuff, that would make sense. So we could, like, try to save money.
Yes, and you would usually hire, like, what, a team of accountants.
Yeah.
Perhaps like a Goldman Sachs or something.
Yeah, you had some people to come in and do audits.
Do you hire Goldman Sachs?
I don't know. Exactly. It's like,
No.
who's going to be... See, so then I get torn, like, is hiring a billionaire the right person? Because he has so much money. Like, what does he care? Is he just really just going in to be like, hey, I love America. Like, let's try to save some money?
Okay, so here's the thing. When we are talking about programs and finances that affect all Americans, there is a agreement. There's regulation involved where we vote in elected officials,
right,
and they make decisions based on what they believe we want.
Right.
So we choose those people.
Right.
This is a case where nobody chose for Elon.
I mean, one person chose.
Nobody chose for Elon to be in this position. He was just kind of brought on. Really, and the thing is, it's like nobody's saying the quiet part out loud, but the real reason is because he gave him $250 million to finance his campaign in the midst of a bunch of legal woes where he was going bankrupt. So essentially, he saved Trump's run for office. So what else do you do to the man who saved you and gave me $250 million? I'm going to set you up.
I mean,
that's real. So
yeah.
That's good. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
And it's not a secret.
And here's the other part that, like, it's very interesting to me. There's been tons of parts of the government that they don't pass audits. Like, they have billions of dollars and they can't tell you where the money goes.
I mean, yeah, but we have to discuss, like, the problem is not, people don't have a problem with finding the government where there's leaks or where there's excess in spending. Nobody has an issue with that. Everybody has an issue with the fact of this guy who was brought on purely because he had more money than anybody else. He saved your campaign. Now he's being brought on, unelected official. We don't know what his motives are. We don't know where he's going to make the cuts. Nobody knows his history. And what we do know of his personal life and his history in his past, it's not something that we would have elected to a position like this.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, it's not just him in power. I'm sure he has a team of people working on this, but when they're working under his supervision and under his vision, that's an issue. That's where the issue really lies.
Yeah, man.
Because making those types of cuts is all about perspective. When we think about it, there are programs in this country that pertain to millionaires and billionaires that give them tax breaks in certain aspects and freedom to use work labor outside of the country, that if we were to cut some of these programs, it would have nothing wouldn't even come close to the amount of money when they cut something like the Department of Education.
Yeah. And it's really weird because
or free lunches for kids in
if
school.
you cut a bunch of programs, people are losing their jobs.
Exactly. So now you're saying is that this freelance what do you call it? Entrepreneur is the person who's deciding whether or not we get money in our pockets, or whether or not our taxes go up, or whether or not our kids are going to get lunches at school. That's where the problem lies. It's not an elected, and essentially, you're right. It is an elected official, but he's bringing on somebody who hasn't been confirmed by Congress. RFK had to get confirmed. That was a fiasco, but he had to get confirmed. Nobody's confirmed Elon. And listen, I'm the last person to be negative Elon, but I do have a problem when I feel like the people are being lied to and they're having something forced on them that is going to affect not only the political and cultural parts of this country, but financial and just like our daily lives.
Yeah, I know. Like I saw, like they're going to audit the IRS now. They audited like different programs that are giving out funds. Like it's very interesting. Like I think it's like one of those wait and see things. But like if you wait and see too long, I think it's gonna be all jacked up. Like it's gonna get too far gone. Like they started offering like government employees like, hey, you can be let go with like 6 months severance. Yeah. Like just be like, hey, if you want to like lose your job and like whatever, because you might lose your job anyway.
So this administration is employing a thing that I like to call move fast and break things. It's a very commonly used in like business, Fortune 500 CEOs stuff. They use this type of technique. Well, they'll come in, they'll make a lot of moves, cut people, cut a lot of programs, even if it's not legal, even if it's not just, even if it's like problematic, because I mean, if you break it and they're like, oh, you can't do that. Oftentimes it's already too far gone to even reinstate, you know?
Right. Because all the people that you fired or like whatever let go, they've already moved on. They've got other jobs. They've done other stuff. And you're moving at such a breakneck speed that like you can't even comprehend what's happening before more stuff is happening. Yeah,
so there's a lot of like aid that we've been providing to other countries that has been stopped as well, and like a lot of those programs are just going to wither on the vine before they're given back some stuff. But a lot of stuff has been overturned, or like reinstated, birthright citizenship. I mean, and that's cool. I don't know. I do not hate the idea of move fast and break things. I think that's a good way to go. But like I said, it's all about the vision of the person behind the wheel, much like with the Doge thing. It's more about the person behind the wheel. I don't like it when the lives of millions of people is dictated by, kind of like
a billionaire.
Just off the handle, just like, let's see if we can make this work. I don't like the seat of my pants. My life shouldn't be like cryptocurrency rates. Like, I don't want to have to wake up one day and be like, oh, I guess my life is a 97 today, and then next day 48. I don't want that to be the case.
Yeah, it's
wait and see is crazy.
Yeah, it's very interesting to just see like how quick it's moving. It's like you don't even realize like, oh, they're already doing this, they're already doing that, and you're like,
yeah,
oh. So I don't know, man.
Did you see the interview they did with Trump where Elon was there in his dark MAGA hat?
Yeah, and he was talking about which one? Because I've seen a couple.
I mean, there was only the one where he was with his kid and he had him on his shoulders and the kid put boogers on the desk.
I guess I didn't see the booger desk part.
yeah, that happened. Elon got up there and he was just trying to like say, essentially like, no, we're actually here to, help. We're trying to cut. There's millions of dollars being spent in these arenas. You ever take statistics in college?
God, what's really weird is I love math, but statistics was an ass of a class.
Really? I like statistics. It's more logical to me. So my statistics teacher taught me. He said there's three things in this world that are lies, and that's lies, damn lies, and statistics. and I have to kind of agree with that. Like I said, man, I think that there's like a hit out on a certain class of people in this country. I'm not getting into any like racial backgrounds because I don't feel like that's necessary. I feel like we're all one culture. We're American culture, but. Yeah, there's a hit out on a certain class right now. I don't know.
Okay, is there?
Yeah,
what class.
Lower class people.
Lower class are trying to pin us down even more.
They don't like. I mean, look, when you say I want to privatize education, what does that mean? That means that the more money you have, the better education you get, right? Okay. That's not beneficial to anybody.
But getting rid of the Department of Education doesn't mean that they're privatizing. It means it's going to be at the state level.
They want to get to that point. We had a state official saying earlier this week, Jonas, that he think that there should be mass sterilization of low IQ trash.
Oh wow.
We had our RFK says that black people don't need the same amount of COVID vaccine.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he
That's
did.
insane.
He literally said that. What else, man? There's just a lot of things where I feel like, you know, the trade war. The trade war. How is that beneficial to people who can't afford the food already? Where's that beneficial?
Food's gonna get even more expensive.
I know we're not gonna get into it, Jonas, but I do have to say is that I hate the trade war because it took the price of eggs up, and I feel sorry for people who can't afford
bird flu.
Whatever. I do like, and that's what people want to believe. I do kind of love the fact that we are kind of like strong arming Canada and red, white, and blue land. I hate that I love it. I hate that I love it.
And Mexico.
But how do you annex territory in 2025 as a first world country?
And then the part where we're just like, hey, we're gonna buy Gaza.
That too.
It's getting wild out here.
Now,
dude.
okay, now that one's a little nuts because obviously displaced people who had nothing to do with the Hamas attack, kind of nuts. All the homes destroyed. I've seen the destruction. I hate that.
Yeah.
But I think the Canada and red, white, and
where he's
blue
just
land.
like, he keeps saying he wants to make Canada the 51st state, like over and over and over again, and where he just renamed the Gulf of America for no, like, I'm like, what is happening right now?
Now, I will mind you is that talk like that does kind of remind me of like some Putin-esque type of talk, and we know that Trump and Elon himself have had many conversations with Putin. They have a relationship. We're to the point now where they're going to stop funding the war.
Yeah, they're talking about. Even Zelensky came out and said he was willing to talk about ending the war and like swapping territory or something to end it. I'm like, that's insane. Be wild, dude. Who knows, man? It's gonna be a wild ass time. It's already wild. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think I would love to have Canada as another state. I know they don't like hearing that.
Wow.
I know that, but I would love to be able to just like go to Canada without needing a passport.
Well, I mean, we used to not till recently.
Oh, that's true. That's
yeah.
true.
So, but anyways, yeah, man. Anything else before we jump out?
Go America.
Team America, fuck yeah. Team America. Oh Jesus. So anyways, man, yeah, we'll see what happens. It's gonna be wild out here. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's wild.
Oh man, I got a soapbox to stand on. I'm gonna stand down.
You're gonna stand down in your soapbox?
Maybe I'll put something up solo.
Oh wow, dude.
Where I can compile my thoughts.
You're gonna get like a 30-minute dissertation on your America the Beautiful. So anyways, that's all the time we have for today's episode. Go to thecrazytown.com, subscribe for Jonas.
TNT.
Oh yeah.